Hello there, everyone. Recently, I received a comment on one of my videos about how my energy is not something that people seem to enjoy, because even though that I'm right in the things that I say, a lot of people can't contest unless they use their feelings. They are very upset that I am someone who spends their time with a lot of energy talking about various things that I find very stupid. And I apologize for being very energetic as a healthy 24-year-old who is a little bit more comedic than your stale, boring-ass commentators that you watch on this YouTube platform. So today, I'm going to be very boring, just like the people you enjoy, so that we can have a fun time understanding one another, because I'm terrified of my audience and I do whatever they say. Are you ready? Here we go. Hi everyone, my name is Ruin Leon, and I'm here to give you your news. Fuck that. Do you understand that I am one human being out of millions on this website who do things that require a camera, audio recordings, and more? If you don't like it, you ain't gotta be here. But if you do like it, and you like my sexy chocolate face, you can subscribe, because we got the gift of gab over here, and we're not gonna spend our time being boring. We all know that activism nowadays is nothing more than a bunch of people yelling and demanding that you agree with them. And if you don't, you're an ism, you're an ist, you're a phobic, you're a chobic. It's all embarrassing. We got people going to Starbucks thinking that they're saving the world by overworking employees.
So I'm a manager of Starbucks, right? And I was recently asked if I had noticed that the protests against Starbucks, if it's been affecting our stores. I work in an airport. Protests typically don't hit us because we have so many out-of-country travelers, so many people who are just like, look, it's the green aprons, the red aprons, we're used to it, let's just go. But I can honestly say, even we're getting the effects. We're feeling the protests. Normally at this time, we have hundreds of customers. We typically make our store amounts before noon. We're not there. We're had not even half the amount of customers that we typically have on these days, especially this time of the year. So those protests are working, and it's working so much that airport Starbucks are feeling it. So do with that info as you will.
We got people who want to fight for the rights of individuals while spending time demeaning other skin colors, races, and ethnicities.
I don't believe that those words that were on those water fountains were racist. I do not believe they were hate crime or hate speech. Part of it, quite honestly, is because the admitted perpetrator is an African-American young woman.
But today, we're speaking directly about the climate change activists and how weird they tend to go about it. But we're not going the route that you think we're going to go, because I'm going to need everybody to use their thinking caps for a moment. Because, like I just said, we all don't really like activists anymore, because they're not really doing anything productive for society. They're just being annoying. Like, for example, blocking traffic. We all gotta go to work. We gotta pick up or drop off somebody so that they can do their daily task. And when you run into a group of activists who are blocking the road, it costs you time, it may cost you money, it may cost the workload, production. It's all negative, but they're doing it to fight for the weather. Well, I'm gonna need everybody to use their thinking caps, because you see the title of the video, you know what we're talking about, and I have a unique problem. And the problem is, I will not be one person who sees a group of people fighting for something and responding with open fucking fire.
Eso es un delito. Usted es panameño. Tómale foto. Eso es un delito. Usted es panameño. Llama a la policía. ¿Por qué no dispara? Pues nos va a tener que matar a todos. Eso es una... Nadie está... ¡No!
Now, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying that, this is a good thing, and this is the consequence of being an activist, and this is the consequence of getting in people's way. And all I'm sitting here thinking, while I use my thinking cap, is what's the criteria for opening fire on people who are being activists? Yes, they're annoying. Yes, they're blocking traffic. Yes, I've seen videos of people ripping signs away from activists and pulling them out of the way, but those two things are uniquely different than standing in front of one of them and just shooting them point blank range. I'm just looking and I'm seeing this and I'm having a hard time being on the side of the shooter because LOL, leftist activism is bad. Like, I can't get behind that and co-sign that, especially if there are people cheering this, saying, haha, this is what you leftists get for all this nonsense you spew. What would happen if we flip the political ideologies and we got a bunch of right-wingers or conservatives blocking traffic and a leftist shoots them? Are we going to have the same energy? Are we going to work with each other for a moment to understand that this is stupid? Or are we going to pick a battle based on how we feel deep inside about the given subject? This guy is 77 years old. He's elderly. He's sitting and enjoying his life being Santa Claus, and he just threw it all away just to meet Big Tyrone one good time. Because, it pays to understand the girth of black men and how they live their life with all that girth between their legs. And so maybe he wanted to experience that. But honestly, I can't agree with a guy just shooting people because they're blocking the roads. Now, maybe there's some other footage that's waiting to come out, and I'm going to wait before I upload this video, and I'm going to scour to look, and maybe there is, of all these activists fighting for climate change, beating him down, and he's getting revenge. Maybe that's out there. But the way it look right now, it ain't looking too good for him. But I want to know, do you agree with opening fire on activists point blank for blocking the road? Do you think that's a stable way to respond to people who are fighting for the weather and Greta Thunberg? Do you think he's absolutely stupid? And if you're somebody who thinks it's perfectly fine to shoot an individual who's blocking the road, I'm going to have to put you in the same category of the people who watch others get robbed and say your insurance will cover it. You have no reason to call the police. Can I shoot you if you are blocking traffic for me? Because if this is the criteria, cool, we're gonna have to keep it consistent. Use your thinking caps in the comment section down below. I will be reading and I will be watching. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.